What up? It's me, it's Clip Tool, African Ancestry. So there's a four-step process, right? So from the last video, this is, like I said, it's a brand new experience for me. So I did the first two steps. I completed it just now. So what I had to do is activate my test kit, which I showed you from the video. I'm not going to reveal the information that was provided to me to activate my test kit. Second one, rinse my mouth, no smoking, no drinking, brushing my teeth. So I did all that. Third part now, it says grab the two packages of swabs, open any package and remove one swab. Right here, which I'm going to open right now. So I'm going to check that off. The next thing, it says roll the swab firmly along the inside of each of your cheeks, approximately 20 times per cheek. Okay? It's 20 times on my left one, now my right. So the next thing I have to do is allow the swab to dry completely on a clean tissue or paper towel, which is right beside me, which I'm doing. And I have to do the same thing with the second swab, which I'm going to demonstrate right now. So this is for my my Patrick clan, my paternal lineage test. So this is my paternal lineage test from father, Patrick clan. So this is the one I'm starting off with first, and then I'm gonna do the maternal package. I feel like I'm in a damn clinic. So 20 times, okay, left. All right, so this is what I'm doing now. So now I have to wait until that dries off completely, according to the instructions. And I'm gonna do the same procedure with the maternal testing. The maternal test. So I check the swabs firmly on each side. Allow the swab to dry completely on the clean tissue or a paper towel. I'm currently doing that now. Repeat the process until you have used all four swabs provided. So the maternal and the paternal test swabs that was provided to me, I'm gonna have to send them off. Do the same procedure, then I'm gonna send them off. And then the last but not least, place the four dry swabs, tip facing down until the barcode envelope and seal is sealed. Yeah. into the barcode envelope and seal the envelope. So I just did the paternal one, right? And I'm going to be doing the same thing with the maternal as soon as I get the swabs. Now this is for the maternal. Same procedure. Now for the other side. I did my left, now I'm on my right. So I'm going to place another paper towel under the one I'm currently using. And now I'm going to grab the fourth swab. On my left side, 20 times on my left. So it's a simple procedure. It's a simple process that I'm doing. Now, 20 times on the right. So now basically I just have to let these bad boys dry out completely. And once it dries out, I'm going to place them inside this envelope as the instructions stated. So I checked off basically these two. So the next one, like I said, I gotta let them dry off completely. I don't know how long that's gonna take, hopefully soon. Allow the swab to dry completely on the clean tissue or paper towel. Repeat the process until you have used the 4 swabs provided. This is read backwards, so just bear with me. Place the dry swabs. Place the dry swabs, tip facing down, into the barcode envelope and seal the envelope. So this is the envelope that I'm gonna have to seal it in. And then after I seal them in, this is the envelope that is provided to me to mail it back out to this particular address. And that's basically what I'm gonna have to do. So this is it's gonna be interesting. So on average, this takes about 8 to 12 weeks. I was thinking 8 to 10, but 8 to 12 weeks. So most likely I'll be getting my results in May. The earliest, if that, will be like late April. But this will be the results will be given to me 8 to 12 weeks from the time they receive my my swabs. So like I said, the earliest maybe will be late April, earliest. But 9 times out of 10, I'll be getting it in the month of May. So I'd rather get that around that time, get it over with, I mean, I know my ancestors came from Nigeria, but there's far more to learn more about my ancestry, where I'm from originally. Um, so my immediate family, we moved from Honduras to here in the States. I'm first generation here in the States. I've been here my whole life, in and out the boroughs, so in the New York City area, as well as Orange County up north, which is our north from the boroughs. I lived over there as well as here in the boroughs. So New York is nothing new to me. I've been here my whole life. Um, yeah, I consider myself Honduran, Nigerian. Does, like I said, where I'm originally from. So my culture is Garifuna, which many people don't really know about. So the back end story is our land was called the Remain, which is now called St. Vincent. But you know, the British government, they did what they did at the time, so it turned out the way it turned out. We went from Remain, or currently known as St. Vincent. We went from St. Vincent to one of the four countries, which is Honduras. That's where my immediate family came from, and I still have family there. Half of my family still live there. So they either migrated to Honduras, Guatemala. I have Guatemalans in my family. Belize, I have Belizeans in my family, and Nicaragua. So one of the four countries in Central America. So it's commonly known amongst the Morenos, us blacks, because we originally went from Nigeria, if I'm correct, Lagos, but I'm going to find out for sure, as time goes by. From Nigeria to St. Vincent and migrated to one of the four countries, well, most of us, but we're pretty much everywhere, but those are the four main locations where we migrated to from St. Vincent. And in New York, we have a pretty big Garifuna Honduran community, mainly in the Bronx. We also have it in Brooklyn. So we are in New York City, but mainly in the Bronx and Brooklyn. We do have a Honduran community out in Houston, Texas, Los Angeles. I believe we have some in Chicago, if I'm correct, and Atlanta as well, I believe. But definitely Houston, Los Angeles, and New York. Mainly Bronx and Brooklyn. So we are here. So I'm just I'm just determined to learn more about my ancestry. And prior to finding out where my ancestors originally came from, I was convinced it was either Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, or South Africa. And it got narrowed down to those two, Nigeria and Ghana, and then I found out that it was Nigeria. But it's going to be interesting to get the results in 2 to 3 months from today. From the time they receive my info. This has been something I've been wanting to find out. I say a good, more or less 8 years, maybe a little more. Well, no, actually, since I was a kid, since I was in my teens. But it definitely grew, like my interest of finding out grew higher within the last 8 years. So I've always been the type of person who likes to learn about different cultures. And, in schools, they're not really going to teach our culture, African culture. And if they do, it's just basically watered down. So I want to know, the truth. You know what I mean? So, but that's a whole different story. I'm not getting into all that. But it's going to be a very interesting journey. And I seriously look forward to it. It's gonna be dope. And I have a few plans for this year. Well, starting this year, and depending how things go, things may happen a little sooner than expected, and that'd be, that'd be dope. But I just wanted to document this, put it on film as my as the beginning of my journey, and I'll just keep you, I'll keep you in the loop. I'll keep you updated if anything. And thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate that. All right. Actually, hold on. I'll be back. I'm just throw something out real quick. So just give me a second. I'll be right back.
Just lost my stuff.
Appreciate you keeping it locked, and just waiting for it to dry up. It's drying up a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry up completely, but I wish I had like a damn hairdryer to speed up the process. And just waiting for it to dry up. So I can put them bad boys in here, and let me grab the other envelope as well. Patrick Clan. This is for the Patrick Clan. Oh shit. And then I got 2 for the Patrick Clan. What in the world? Here we go. So I have 1 for the Patrick Clan, as you can see right here. And then I have another one for the Patrick Clan. So when these bad boys completely dry up, then I could put them in these, and then I could drop 2 in each envelope, putting it in swab first. And then I will place them in these envelopes, and I will drop them off to the post office, to the closest post office near me, or in a drop box, which is actually a few blocks from me. And there'll be no postage necessary, so that works out. completely dry, but it's definitely more dry than, you know, before. But let me ask y'all a question, man. How many of y'all actually did an Ancestry DNA test? What was your experience like? And the only reason why I'm wearing this mask is because I'm in a school, in a facility. So other than that, I wouldn't even rock the mask personally. So toss me. What was your experience like? Do you know anybody who has taken any DNA tests to find out about their ancestry, where they're from? Have you taken it personally? What was your experience like? What was the other people's experience like? What was that like? What's good? What's good? What up? For those of you who just tuned in, I received this package. This is the paternal lineage test, as well as a maternal lineage test, which I'm going to show you very shortly. And this is a maternal lineage test. So I'm going to find out more about where my ancestors came from both sides of my family. And I received an identity box package, which I will show you pretty shortly. Just bear with me. Remember who you are. So this is the identity package that I received. Identity box. And these are some of the chefs that are a part of the organization. And on the flip side of these cards are some recipes. We have quite a few of them. They were packaged in this plastic thing. And I will place them here. This is everything that... This is basically the package. What is included in the package? Some stickers. So Naida, how are you? Long time no hear. How's everything? Some postage or some history postage. Postages with some history. This is a memo pad right here. Remember who you are. Take some notes. Some flashcards, Black History flashcards. So there are about 54 flashcards that are in this deck. All right, so one of them that kind of caught my attention, I didn't really fully look at it. I think it was number 10 that caught my attention. Yeah, the Great Pyramid of Giza, BC, before Christ, 2580 to 2560. UrbanIntellectuals.com. The Great Pyramid of Giza in Charo, Egypt, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu, or the Pyramid of the Cheops. The oldest and largest pyramid of Giza, and the oldest seven wonder of the ancient world. It actually has 8 sides that could only be seen from above. Believed to be the tomb of 4th dynasty Egyptian pharaoh Khufu, but no mummies were ever found, opening up debates among scholars for possible other uses. Originally stood 481 meters tall, the tallest structure on Earth for 3,800 years. The sides of the base have an average error of only 2.28 inches in length, and it is the most accurately aligned structure in existence, facing true north with only 3/60th of a degree of error. Estimated to weigh 5,750,000 tons. It sits on the center of the landmass of the Earth, one of only 2 places on the planet that could support its weight. And just to get an image, this is what it looks like. And there are more cards. Earliest known surgery. Interesting. Conducted in Egypt about 2300 BCE. There were 3 levels of injuries in ancient Egypt. They were treatable, contestable, and untreatable. During this time, ancient Egyptian surgeons were able to perform brain surgery successfully. A tomb of Kar, who was a doctor during the 6th dynasty, held the earliest known surgical tools. Some surgical tools used were knives, pincers, scales, spoons, drills, saws, and a vase with burning incense. Artificial toes and eyeballs were also often used for decorative purposes. Wow. Interesting. Pretty interesting to learn some of our Black history. The Shang Dynasty of China. The Shang Dynasty is the first Chinese dynasty to have archaeological and written records. Chinese writing began to develop. They had a 12-month, 360-day calendar, advanced astronomy, math, art, and military technology. The location of the Shang dynasty was in North China's central plain. Many believe the founders of the Shang dynasty came through Iran from the fertile African crescent. With the first Shang king, a stable government was formed in a social structure that would last about 600 years. Archaeological evaluations in 1952 showed the city had walls that were 32 feet high, 65 feet thick, and were 4 miles long. Developed musical instruments like bells, bone flutes, chimes, and drums. Oh, that's dope. So this is stuff that you're not going to be learning in your in school ever, and I damn sure don't expect them to either. So we're going to run through them a little bit. Just give you a little visual of the cards. Cream cannons of Kush. And they ain't talking about that Kush either, so. The Rosetta Stone. Malagasy people of Madagascar. Give it a little glimpse. Oh, interesting. I'm looking at the bottom bullet. The Malagasy believe that their dead ancestors influenced their lives and try to keep them happy by avoiding certain activities like pointing a finger at the grave or wearing red at a funeral. And it's funny because a lot of Hondurans, maybe other nationalities and other cultures as well, but they find it very disrespectful to wear red in a funeral. I don't know if it's, if that's common amongst other nationalities. I'm not 100% sure, but I could definitely speak for us Hondurans, the Moors. St. Nicholas, Santa Claus. St. Augustine. Swahili language. A little history of it. The Kingdom of Great Zimbabwe. There's a little history of it. Let you get a little glimpse. Kingdom of Congo. Little glimpse. A lot of people's favorite beverage, coffee. Let's see what they have to say. I personally am not a coffee drinker, but let's see what they have to say about this. It is estimated that people drink 1.4 billion cups of coffee worldwide every day. The drink coffee is made from the roasted seeds of berries from the coffee plant, originally native to tropical Ethiopia and Sudan, but also Madagascar, Comoros, Mauritius, and Reunion in the Indian Ocean. The earliest credible evidence of coffee drinking appears in Sufi shrine in Yemen, dated in the middle of the 15th century. The word coffee has its root from Ottoman Turkish kahve, which itself derived from the Arabic kawa. Legend has it that ancestors of today's Oromo people from the region of Kaffa in Ethiopia were the first to make use of the coffee plant's energizing effects after Kaldi, a 9th century herder, noticed how excited his goats became after eating the beans from the coffee plant. Fun fact for all you coffee drinkers. The Blackmores of King James. Afro during the night. And last but certainly not least, Nelson Mandela. Born July 18th, 1918. Died December 5th, 2013. If he was still alive today, he would be 102 if he was still alive today. But his legacy definitely lives on. South African anti-apartheid revolutionary political leader and philanthropist. South Africa's first black head of the state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. President of from 1994 to 1999. During this time in office, he focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by tackling institutionalized racism and fostering racial reconciliation. He was arrested in 1962 for conspiring to overthrow the state and was sentenced to life imprisonment in Rivonia trial. After 1990, after 27 years of prison, President F.W. de Klerk released him. Mandela and Klerk worked together to help negotiate an end of apartheid. These efforts led to and resulted in 1994 multicultural general election in which Mandela won. So now these swabs should be completely dried by now. Well, at least I would imagine so. Well, most of it. So one isn't really dried yet. 3 of them are, but one of them is still wet. But that's basically it. I mean, they're pretty much dry. So this is going to be the Matcha Clan. And it said, place the 4 swabs tip facing down as I did earlier into the barcoded envelope and seal the envelope. And I'm gonna allow this one, I'm gonna allow this to dry up. I mean, I have another one I'm gonna allow it to dry up. Is it this one or? Yeah, I think this is the one I have to allow to dry up. Wait. So this one I'm going to place here. Internal. So this one is a little more dry than before. I'm gonna be here forever if I stay much longer, allowing it to dry out. I don't know how long it's gonna take. This is my first time going through this process ever. So this is the brand new process for me. Repeat the process till you use all 4. Yep. Dry swabs. Yep. So drop the swabs in the mail. Oh wow, okay. They haven't completely dried yet, because I see the, All right, so you get the idea. You know what it is. And that's basically it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out.